I think you're on mute.
Okay, great. All right. Okay, so welcome everyone to 1 Million Cups. Yay! 1 Million Cups Fort Worth, that is. So I am your lead moderator, LeBeau, and we're going to get into introductions soon. But first, we're going to go to a slide to talk a little bit about 1 Million Cups and what it is for all of those who are joining us for the first time. Hope you all have been having a great week so far. Okay, so can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
All right, so 1 Million Cups, caffeinating entrepreneurs nationwide every Wednesday. And that is global, you guys. In outside of the US, it's called Startup Huddle. So 1 Million Cups is brought to you by the Kauffman Foundation, which works with communities in entrepreneurship and education to increase opportunities that allow all people to learn, to take risks, and to own their success. And our mission of 1 Million Cups is to lower the barriers of access to education, resources, and connection for all types of new and aspiring entrepreneurs throughout the United States. So we work toward this mission through creating a consistent educational experience for each 1 Million Cup presenter nationwide, and while also highlighting the uniqueness and value proposition in each local startup community. So here are some of the locations of the 1 Million Cups, and it's growing and growing. Many of these have gone virtual now. So the key pillars are, this is a presentation, not a pitch. It's an authentic connection, not networking. And it's run for the community, by the community, radically and intentionally inclusive. So at the core, it's a held weekly on Wednesday mornings program and 2 presenters with 6-minute presentations plus 20 minutes of Q&A. Now that's going to vary sometimes. Sometimes we'll have speakers. Sometimes we'll just have 1 speaker that day. But most 1 Million Cups has 2 speakers. Both get 20 minutes of Q&A after their presentation. They're presenting businesses. The presenting businesses are less than 5 years old and desiring to learn. So we finish each Q&A with a question. What can we do as a community to help you? And it's always free and open to the public, and usually with free coffee whenever we're in person. So if you want to apply to present, all you have to do is go to 1millioncups.com/FW if you want to present with us, or you can just put /present to see what your options are. And we have a wonderful app that you can check in your location. And the great thing about this app is when you download it, every person that presents is on that app. So even if you didn't get a chance to talk to the person, say for instance, you hear a great speaker or presenter and you want to follow up with that person, you can follow up with them via the app. So I ask that you go on mute for this presentation and follow us, because we're all across social media. Our Facebook page is 1 Million Cups Fort Worth, and same thing on Instagram and everywhere else. Okay, so now we're going to get back to the meeting. So our organizers are myself, LeBeau of LeBeau Labs, and then we have Angela. Angela, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Thanks, LeBeau. My name is Angela Burns, and my company is PD Media Group, which stands for Pleasant Dreams. And my dream was always to help small businesses and entrepreneurs to realize their dreams. So this is what I do, and I'm glad to be a part of 1 Million Cups because it helps me to get toward my goal to help change in the world.
Awesome. And I never knew that. Pleasant Dreams. That is
Yeah.
just like Angela. Okay. All right. So we have Catherine Allen, who's going to talk to us today about her business, Table Dot. So yay, welcome, Catherine. And
Thank you.
Catherine will have 6 minutes, and we'll put 6 minutes on the clock for her. And then we'll have 20 minutes of Q&A. But you all that are listening, hold on, let me let some more people in the realm. Did we let them all in? I think so. Let me see. For you all in
co-host pretty well. I was
thank you, Catherine. For you all that are watching, you can start typing in questions immediately. So if you see Catherine saying something and you want to say something before you forget, go ahead and type it in the chat. And we will, once we get to the Q&A section, we'll start going through them one by one. And I also want to invite you all to put your name and your business and what you do in the chat so that we can connect through the chat. So Catherine, I'm going to allow you to go ahead and start sharing your screen and get started whenever you're ready. And while Catherine is doing that, I want to show you guys this wonderful t-shirt. This is the 1 Million Cups t-shirt, and all of the organizers will get that. Angela has hers. All of my team members that help with 1 Million Cup is going to get that. And then we have the 1 Million Cups cup, and I'm going to show that to you guys later. All the presenters get a 1 Million Cups cup, and I'm sure Catherine has about 10 of them by now. Catherine, did you ever get a 1 Million Cups cup?
I haven't gotten one. You know, with everything being virtual, no, I didn't get one yet.
Bad. Okay. Well, I would love to send you one. You deserve it after all of the presentations you've done. And I just need an address to send it to, and I'll send you out one. I can send you out a t-shirt.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I'll definitely get that to you.
Awesome.
So right as we were getting started, my computer decided to do a Chrome update. So it closed down everything, but I think I can reopen what was closed. So just give me 1 second.
Okay, so while she's doing that, here's that 1 Million Cups cup. It is so durable and it keeps everything hot or cold. I love it. But you guys go ahead and also type in the chat any community announcements, any community events that are coming up. That is also a part of our session today. Whenever we have the Q&A end, we will get to any community announcements that are going on. Awesome, awesome. And while we're also waiting, we have Beatrice on. Beatrice, say hi. Beatrice has been with 1 Million Cups for several months now. She has been helping us with social media and lots of different things around that. Beatrice, where are you now? I think last time she was in London or somewhere in the UK. She might have stepped away. And then there's Frankie. Frankie has been a 1 Million Cups organizer for a long time as well. And then we have some of my team members, Matt and Taylor. Thank you guys for joining. Dennis Miller. Dennis Miller, I know you have a community announcement going on. How are you this morning?
I am doing great, LeBeau. I have a few things going here at the same time working. So if you call on me, if you don't hear me, it's because I'm working on some other things. And if in the background, I would like to turn on my camera, but I have a whole lot of other things going on. But maybe before the meeting ends, I can do that. But thank you, though. And I will put that information in the chat in a few moments.
Yes, thank you, Dennis. Dennis is always having some networking events going on. Definitely want to hear from him.
So I'm sorry for the delay. Yeah, maybe if you want to have somebody else go, I mean, I can go, just give me 1 second, but
sure.
Yeah.
So while she is doing that, we'll talk a little bit about social media. So all this month, we've been sharing some social media gems. And just to let you know, I have a new Facebook group. It's called Marketing Gems, and it's on Facebook. And there you'll have marketers dropping different knowledge bombs about marketing. And it's a great way to connect with some marketers and get some coaching and mentorship from some marketers. But But I also have a book available. It's called 101 Social Media Gems. And I'm going to open it up and talk about a couple of things while we wait for Angela to get her slide up. So one of the things you have to do with your business on social media is niche down. Everybody knows niching for a business is important. However, sometimes that can be lost in translation with your social media, right? A lot of new business owners, they start off with the mindset, well, my product's for everyone. My product is just for anybody who wants to use it. I don't want to close anyone off, or I don't want to turn people away. But this is a question that's in my book that will help you to understand how to, okay, Angela is good. But okay, I'm going to say my question and then we're going to get to it. The question is, what types of problems do you love to solve? So whenever you're thinking about your business needs to have a brand voice. And on your social media, that's when your brand voice comes through. But you get to know who you are as a brand voice by honing in on what types of problems do you love solving. And with that, while you meditate on it, we're going to go to Catherine, who is now ready. All right. Awesome, Catherine. Go ahead.
Sorry, everybody.
No worries. Technical issues. Go ahead.
All right. Well, good morning, everyone, and thank you for your patience. So I'll just jump right in since we have limited time. So what if I told you that finding a private chef on TableDot was cheaper and safer than going to a restaurant? This revolutionary platform, and there's nothing like it out there right now, it allows you to book a private chef within minutes. Hi, everyone. My name is Catherine, and I'm one of the founders of TableDot. So walk with me. It's your daughter's 18th birthday or your anniversary, and you want to celebrate at home. You want great food, and delivery just doesn't feel special. So private chefs is where you want to go, but they're expensive and hard to find. So you walk over to your phone and you visit TableDot, and there you see it. Braised short ribs with guava chili sauce, and bam, you add it to your order. Next, you choose an appetizer, maybe truffle asparagus soup. Bam, add it to your order. Then sides and desserts, anything you see, you can add to your order. And with our instant pricing, you'll be able to book immediately. So all you have to do now is sit back and relax, because the chef does all the cooking, all the shopping, and all the cleaning. So that's leaving you and your guests with an amazing dining experience. With our innovative business model, we found that private chefs on TableDot are actually cheaper than going to a fine dining restaurant or booking directly with a private chef. So I have a little bit of a demo video, and I'll speed it up since we have limited time here, but
you don't have to speed it up because
okay.
You have the floor. Go ahead and show it. It's fine.
All right, great. Thank you.
Earlier this year, a group of my girlfriends and myself were out to dinner trying to plan a yearly holiday luncheon celebration that we do every year. I mentioned I had heard of a website called TableDot, and I thought I'd give it a try. When I got home, I went on the website and I was so surprised at all of the different chefs and cuisines you could choose from. All the chefs have bios, so you read about them, you kind of know their background, and we were able to choose a chef and a cuisine that we liked. Going on and booking the process was so easy. The website is extremely user-friendly. Went on, set it up. Our chef arrived with all of our own equipment, the freshest ingredients, produce. We were just amazed at the process. We got to watch her prep the food, cook the food as we shared a bottle of wine, got to learn more about her background. When the food came out, the preparation was stunning. She plated it as if we were at a five-star restaurant. The food was by far the best salmon any of us had ever had. One thing that we really liked is the fact that all of the chefs have a background check, so you know somebody's coming into your home. There's been a check on them. We had a great experience, and we'll definitely use Table Dot many more times in the future.
All right, so I've explained the value for the customers, but this is a two-sided marketplace, right? So what's the value to the chefs? It's simple. The chef is getting a menu that's already been planned. So in reality, this cuts 2 to 3 hours out of the private chef's work. Additionally, with our Chef Shopper credit cards, we cover all of the grocery costs, so they have no out-of-pocket expense. The new normal involves more safer at home activities. Oh, I think that's this slide. Sorry. Our public launch is only about 6 months old, and with a minimal marketing spend have been able to capture bookings for in-home private chefs all around the nation. People want convenience and transparency, which is exactly what Table Dot offers. Our team has over 25 years of experience in building this technology, and culinary colleges are pumping out new chefs by the semester. So much like Morgan & Morgan did for attorneys, we are taking an independent industry and providing an umbrella for all chefs to operate and one true source to book your next dining experience so that you can once again enjoy the dinner table, the original social network. So I know that we come to 1 Million Cups to look for kind of feedback. And so I wanted to say what we're looking for. Any pitch deck tips you have, any awareness you can provide of local accelerators, grants, areas to focus in Fort Worth. If you know anybody who is having an event coming up, share the love, share the word, just let them know about Table Dot. And any other ways to present or funding opportunities, places we can get to know or connect with in the Fort Worth area. So that's it. Thank you, everyone.
Awesome. Big applause.
Thank you.
Great job, Catherine. Everyone I know is almost in love with Table Dot right now because I'm halfway, not even halfway through it. I'm like, oh yeah, I need to use this. This is a really genius idea. I mean, I think it's a really smart business move for you. And then it's serving such a need on both sides. So kudos to you. This is awesome. And I see this business being really successful. So if you have any questions, go ahead and start putting those in the chat.
One question there, if you want me to answer, it's talking about our team.
Yes. So you can go through the questions, or I can have Angela read them off. But go ahead.
I'll read
Yes,
them.
I asked that question. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So basically you wanted to know what our internal team consists of and who we're looking to hire. So
Yeah.
right now, as founder of Table Dot, I've been here since day one. My name's Catherine. I kind of handle the operations and any funding or any kind of outside of what I'm going to explain next, kind of the wearer of all hats. And then who came next was our CTO, Judith. She's been here since March 2020 and really took the website from where it was to where it is now. But where I go, next with it is our CMO, JR, he joined us just a couple months ago and has already been working on a complete redesign to kind of elevate that look and feel, that aesthetics for the site. And so we're looking to make those changes in the next couple months, and that'll really help us build that customer trust to help increase that acquisition. We're seeing a lot of customer conversions. They're just not turning into bookings. So we need to improve that, that
Improve
trust.
your conversion rate, or like the funnel and the pipeline.
Right.
Of the whole thing.
Exactly. Yep.
Right.
So,
So who are you trying to hire now, or who are you looking for?
Well, we're not particularly hiring anybody right now. In the perfect world, we'd be looking for, chef liaison and, somebody for all areas to help us as we grow. But right now we actually closed our founding team, where we were looking for founding members. And so that was closed when JR came along. Now we're looking to grow and hopefully get funding for those resources that we need, which is like that, to improve that redesign and kind of really get to it.
So just to piggyback off of that, I think, was it you on LinkedIn that posted something about Handshake?
Yes, probably.
Okay.
We have an internship program, so we post there about our opportunities.
Okay, I'm gonna follow up with you about that. So let's see.
So we do have some questions,
Go
LeBeau.
ahead.
You want me to go ahead and read them out? Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, so I just want to applaud you, Catherine, because this is phenomenal, phenomenal. And I think that your service is right on point considering the timing that we're in right now. And so I think it's something that's new and disruptive, and we wish you much success for it. So here's a question from Taylor. So Taylor loves the app. And so the comment is, for future pitching purposes, have you thought about pushing the live cooking aspect service through a mobile app?
So right now we have our website, we have our mobile app as well, but we did a redesign when Judith came on. So our mobile apps are down. But if you mean as far as putting our services out on an alternative platform that kind of promotes chefs and live cooking shows, we are looking into all of our other revenue streams. Just right now, we're still improving on our bread and butter to make sure that we can get that service that people love out there and kind of keep continuing to maintain that bread and butter service. And then moving on to offering live cooking shows, live interactions for virtual dinner dates, kind of things like that.
Mm-hmm. Great idea. Great idea. Now, how many chefs do you have in terms of your model? How many chefs do you have, and what is the maximum number of chefs that you can have as part of your model?
So we did a beta launch in early or late 2019 before we did our public launch. And we had a pretty big turnout for the number of chefs that were interested. And that was just in the just a couple cities in Florida that we did our testing. So today we probably have anywhere between 2,000 to 3,000 chefs that have signed up. Now, some of those might be sitting on our waiting list as they are in areas that we're not currently launched in. So we have select major metros in which we are launched. All of the 1 Million Cups locations are always an area that we've already launched in, but we look to add more throughout 2021.
Wonderful. And we have a question from Chris. So Chris is asking, how many customers do you have, and what is your revenue model?
Sure. So we launched about 6 months ago for Table Dot public launch to customers. I think to date, and I haven't looked at the numbers in the last 2 weeks, but to date we have somewhere close to 1,000 customers. And that could include people who have signed up and are browsing, or customers that have booked. And then the second part of the question was, what's the revenue model? So because we handle the entire booking on our site, which you don't find with most chef platforms, chef apps, we don't have to charge chefs a fee to sign up. a fee to get leads from our site. We simply charge a percentage or a commission at checkout. So customers looking to book a dinner party for birthday, they don't have to pay. I'm sorry, the chefs don't have to pay to get that lead, which draws them to the site, which draws customers to the site with the number of chefs that we have available. So we take a commission at booking.
Okay. Okay, good. Thank you. And Beatrice has a question. How are you promoting Table Dot?
Great question. So since JR has come on board in the last couple months, we've improved our Google ads, social media ads, how we're kind of reaching out to the public. We are building a social media strategy over the next couple months. And so pretty much how we promote it is one, word of mouth, two, the digital marketing strategies that we're going to implement and we've done so far. And then just by providing great service, amazing pictures of food. Yeah.
Wonderful. And, for me, my comment is I think that I saw a lot about you promoting to bring in new customers, but I think you have a great opportunity to leverage your chefs to actually promote your product and kind of bring them in, because the beauty of having a chef come to your home and prepare your meal is the experience. And so I do think that when you think about social media and your Google ads, it's about promoting that experience. And if you, check out LeBeau's book she has on social media gems, you'll be able to see some tips to help you do that. But I think that you have a two-pronged approach where you need to be leveraging your chefs to tell your story. Because with 2,000 to 3,000 chefs, you should never be at a loss for content.
Yeah.
Even if you have them taking pictures or capturing quick videos as you're cooking, I think you should leverage that. And then you could also do, like you talk about, a virtual date night or whatever, but you can do quick videos with your chefs and upload that to your social media. You could do that 3 or 4 times a day.
Yeah.
And just, continually push that content, because that is original, authentic content, which will certainly help your story.
That's a great idea. I think we'll have to start, because with our social media strategy that we're going to, I think we meet today on that and kind of look to revamp it. We were talking about getting more of the chefs involved. And I think we just have to kind of strategically think of a way to make it beneficial for the chefs to make that 10, 15 second, maybe even just a bio video, so that we can have them share it and we share it on our site as well.
It's free advertising for them. Simple.
It's free advertising. And just to add to what Angela is saying, I think that was a great comment, Angela. Great angle. They can be promoting themselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it also creates, that will help with your conversion rate right there. Because the more people, these chefs have followings of their own. And
Right.
especially if you start reaching out to chefs who are very active on social media and have a large following, to encourage them to promote themselves on your platform. And then with that, they will bring their following, and then, it'll increase in popularity too. You can offer them, you can have some type of term with them that, if they make certain amount of posts a month advertising Table Dot,
Mm-hmm.
they can get a discount code, or they can get some type of promotion or something with you. You can negotiate it any kind of way. But I was wondering, is there any type of functionality on the app where the users of the app can go in and see content on a feed, seeing different chefs that use Table Dot, and clicking on videos, and then they can see them cooking recipes and all of these different things? Because I think that when people see what these chefs are doing, and they also see a little bit more personality behind these folks, it'll help them identify who they would love to have at their home.
So right now, no, to answer your question, is that on the site? No. I think what JR, the CMO, is going to do is when he redesigns the blog, he's going to make it more personable, more interactive, like you mentioned. He's looking to kind of take our blog from, as you said, just words to being more personal with videos. So with the integration of that new part of the site, hopefully that will help, along with customer reviews, not just chefs, customer reviews, videos and bios, things that you can find on the Table app.
And just to add what LeBeau was saying, when you think about, your content, and your strategy, I think it may be helpful to really sit down and dissect what your content opportunities are. So, for example, when you think about these brands in the food and beverage categories, their strategy is connecting to the day parts and the consumers of the day part. So, for example, your day part strategy in terms of content, you can have messaging for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then another bucket could be for special occasions where you hire a personalized chef for special occasions. Then another bucket could be the personalized experience, the chef's experience that you get of fine dining at your home. And then the next bucket could be like customer reviews. So you have, and then maybe a fifth bucket could be like, I don't know if you do any type of special promotions or, your evergreen branding. So you have 4 or 5 different buckets of content right there that you can leverage on your blogs, on your social media, and also through your messaging. So that's just a little bit that to kind of help you think about content strategy and your cadence in terms of posting.
Thanks. Yeah. Because this is recorded, I'm going to be sharing it. And JR and I will go over it later today. So thank you. You guys have both, and everybody has provided some great feedback today.
We have a few more questions.
Sure.
If it's okay, LeBeau?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So, Matt asks, let me go back. Brandy asks, is there an app or is it only through the website?
Yeah, just as I mentioned before, we have both, but one is taken down from the Play Store, so you won't find the apps right now. It's just a mobile responsive website.
Okay, got it. And Matt said he loves the idea. And his question is, what is your current social media presence?
So right now we're mainly on Facebook and Instagram. We have a YouTube channel and Pinterest. However, we're trying to build that up a little bit more. I know Pinterest is big on food. We just haven't really explored that as much as we should have. So we're looking to build the presence everywhere where people are going to look at pictures of food, because that's mainly what we focus on. We are a personal chef site, but we take the stance that you shop with your eyes and you look at food and you kind of eat with your eyes first. So we promote showing you entrees, we promote showing you side dishes and everything prior to kind of exploring that chef profile. But you do get that experience along the way. So.
Okay, wonderful. And Bill's question is there any limit to the size of the party that Table will service? And then there's a second part to that question. The second part is, at what point does it compete with catering services that cook on site?
Great question. So we do have a limit to the size of the party right now, and that's simply because we don't have the whole side of the business that's going to bring on a chef plus an assistant. We do have chefs that have their own assistants, but when we talk about one chef and what their capabilities are, it's limited to the number of people that they can serve and give a good quality dining experience. So we have found that it's from 1 to 20 that typically a chef can pretty much handle on their own. If they do have up to 20, sometimes they'll consider bringing on their own get a sous chef or server that's going to help them with that. We do have a planned roadmap revenue stream that's kind of like a Table white glove service that's going to handle those larger parties, wedding services, some of those bigger events. And how do we compete with catering services that cook on site? To be honest, oftentimes people confuse private chef, personal chef, and caterer. And while they're mostly all the same, they do have slight variances, but we pretty much are what you'd consider a personal chef that comes to your home to cook. There are caterers that cook in the home, but typically a caterer means that they cook offsite and they just finish up in your home. And then you have a private chef or somebody that cooks for you full time.
hmm So, Catherine, thank you for that question. And just to add to what you were saying, I think for your revenue models, the additional stream of income, the white glove service, that's something that you can market to like wedding parties, to brides for their bridal showers and things like that, because I think that personalized touch will, contribute to their personalized experience and their personal wedding. As you know, women, we want to have it our way. Women get married and for the brides and everything. So that may be a good, idea to connect with some wedding coordinators and wedding planners
Mm-hmm.
to help get your service out there to the masses.
Yeah. Yep. Thank you.
We have no problem. We have a question from Amy. Love this idea. And her question is, do chefs enroll themselves pending a background check, or are they scouted, and what does the process look like?
Yeah. So let me walk you through a typical process for onboarding a new chef. So most of the chefs come to our site. They will arrive to us, maybe they see it on social media, or they've seen it through a Google search for themselves to see what their competition is. So we don't scout them in the way that we reach out. We kind of plug in our information on a lot of chef sites. And then we kind of leave it to that. With us having so many and so many on the waiting list, we don't really do a lot of scouting right now. But pretty much once they arrive to the site, they have a whole chef benefits info page. Once they sign up and provide a lot of their information, we do verification of their identity. We ask them for, information on how they'd like to get paid, including how that we're going to process their background check. After that, they're brought on board to kind of build out a menu, much like a restaurant, because all of those pictures of those food wouldn't be on there if they didn't build a menu first. Once they build a menu and they get their first booking, they always have a conversation, kind of like the interview, or let me walk you through the expectations, just to make sure we're all on board. There's no questions or issues. And then we go forward from there. If they have additional questions, they'll reach out. So I think that might answer the question right there, and what it's like.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I was reading in your application for 1 Million Cups that you have some risk related questions. For example, how do you know the chef is arriving, or is the actual chef that you booked? And then what happens if the chef does not show up? And then the other one you've already answered about vetting chefs on your platform.
Give me 1 second. I'm just going to shut the window here so it's not so loud on the background.
Okay. No problem. LeBeau, how are we doing on time?
We're doing great on time. Let's see. Jamise has a question. Is it a question or a comment? It might be a comment. So yeah,
Okay.
we're doing good.
Okay.
Do we have any community announcements that anyone would like to make at this point while we are taking a short break? Any community announcements? If you do, come off of, oh, there we go. From Dennis Miller, it says online networking Friday, January 22nd at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, having a strong why for what you want. To attend, go to that information. Yeah, that sounds interesting. So that all the information is there. So there is a link, and if you want to RSVP and contact Dennis Miller, for those who are listening and can't see the chat, it is DFWBuzz, B-U-Z at Yahoo, DFWBUZ at Yahoo. All right, so we have Catherine back.
Yep.
And let's, you can read Jamise's comment.
Okay, let me scroll down. So Jamise said, great great presentation. And she recommended signing up for Hello Alice. And she said it's an awesome resource for grant opportunities and also other resources. And she also says for consideration, you may want to think about partnering with some social media influencers, for example, like some moms that talk about staycations or they have a huge following, event planners, other influencers, things like that. And then Taylor also circled back and suggested a TikTok account. So maybe you can have an official TikTok account featuring top rated chefs and making their signature dishes, targeting the food niche, and also your general page.
I love that idea, Taylor, only because I can get sucked into that app sometime as well. And so we have considered of what that would look like for that TikTok promotion. I know that they allow credits for first-time users, so we didn't want to waste it. We wanted to have it clearly thought out so that credit could go as far as it really can. But we were thinking about featuring live chef in the background or something that shows off the luxury feeling that you get from having a private chef, but showing also that it's more affordable than you think. Especially being on the Table Dot app, that it's something that's obtainable for everyone. It's not just the super elite anymore. So, but great suggestion.
And then, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say also another stream of income suggestion, YouTube, right? So I don't know if you guys already have a YouTube, but think about those chefs making videos at least 10 minutes long so that they can get monetized. If you grow that channel over a year, you could have a new stream of income just from YouTube, period, right? And it's not necessarily that you or anybody from your team has to be the host or anything like that. It could just be featuring content, recipes and different things, and it's free promotion for that chef. Right. And branded promotion, and that's another income stream for Table Dot.
Yeah, I think that's a really good idea. You just got my ideas flowing right there. So I definitely think that there's incentives for the chefs to submit a 10-minute video. We can even offer them, 3 months of whatever monetization comes from that video, and that way they're earning side income. We love helping the chefs. We want to help people get their feet from culinary college to in-home private dining, or from wherever they are to kind of earning that extra income. So either donating it to a culinary colleges, whatever that monetization is, we could consider that as well.
And the other thing I want to add to that, and that's your content. You can take the videos, you can do teasers on Instagram or Facebook. Some Brandy mentioned, Facebook ads. So you can do teasers with that same content and repurpose it. And the other thing I want to add is, have you heard of the Art Institute? There's a location in Dallas and there's a location in Florida and other states, but they have a culinary program.
Yeah, we've heard of that. I haven't reached out to them. I reached out to a different program so far, got good feedback on kind of how we get into their career placement program. But yeah, probably the same thought process there.
Yeah. And then LeBeau's question is, have you had any press yet?
Yeah. So when we did the beta launch, it was tight knit in the Tampa, Orlando area, and that drew us a lot of media attention. Since then, we've released press kits, and we kind of have reached out to different media sources. I think when JR finishes building out the blog, the next is our press kit, and he'll really focus on reaching out to some media outlets for that. But any kind of suggestions you have, we're always looking forward to it, whether it's podcasts, places we can go and talk, anything like that. We participate.
And I would love to connect with JR. It's not JR Ewing, is it? Just kidding.
No.
I was a Dallas fan, but yeah, I would love to connect and help them, because I think that building out that content strategy is going to be just a rich experience for you guys. I really, really do. And I've done that with big brands before at at an economical rate, but that content is going to be key. And when you think about TikTok, try to make it as authentic as possible. So TikTok is all about not it's pre-planned, but it's more authentic, engaging. And if you make a mistake, it's okay. But it's just like, just like original content that's just, you know, just off the top of your head or something like that. So try not to make it so pre-planned that it's perfect.
Right. Yeah, I get what you're saying, kind of bringing that humanality to the 15-second, the 60-second video. So
yeah, wonderful. Okay, Labota, I think we're done. Let me see if any other questions. Oh, I'm sorry. Beatrice has a question. I would suggest you focus more on Google, Instagram, and Facebook ads, and it will definitely drive new customers.
yeah.
And then from Taylor, furthering your YouTube comment, you should also pair the video excerpts with popular TikTok sound in order to further quantity the content and adding further variety. Oh, good point.
Yeah. Finding that sound that's in the moment. And yes, I think we need to, right now we have paid ads on Google because that's where the majority of people go when they already are looking for a private chef. We're going to shift some of those marketing dollars to Facebook ads. And those are people that we're going to plant the idea of what a private chef means and how it is affordable for your lifestyle. I'd love to be on Instagram and all these other platforms that's marketing dollars. That's hopefully kind of where we're bootstrapping, and hopefully we can be with, any kind of grants that we receive or, funding. So we always look for grant opportunities, accelerator opportunities. We're pitching for everything.
Great. That sounds awesome. Just to give you a hand again, I think you've done a great job, Catherine. Keep pushing because this can go so far, and I wouldn't be surprised if some bigger, I wouldn't be surprised if you'll find some copycats. You know what I mean? Because this is you cornered the market and you're definitely disrupting some things. But follow up with us. I have a grant writer, and so I didn't know that you guys were looking for that. So follow up with us. I got to send you your cup anyway, and then we could touch bases. So I wanted to take this time. If you guys have any more community announcements, go ahead and put them in the chat. I want to hear from someone who hasn't been here before. Is there anyone who hasn't been here before? I see Jamise. That's a new face. Go ahead, come off of mute and briefly tell us who you are and what did you come to receive today?
Hi, everyone. Oops. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. Sorry, my headset acts crazy sometimes. My name is Jamise, and I'm just a community member. I have a startup called Mentships, which is basically like a Match.com, but for corporate mentorship for women. And the reason why I popped in today is because I saw the Table Dot ad, and I was like, man, that is such a great idea, because just last week I reached out to a chef that did a baby shower for us a couple of years ago, and I was just like, hey, do you happen to do in-home, like personal parties, like it just like within like 2 families? And he like never responded. So I was like so annoyed. But anyway, so like I saw Catherine's her company come through, and I was just like, man, I got to see what this is about so I can sign up and everything. So, and then plus I'm like really big and into like startup community because I'm also a startup member as well. So always willing to learn and network and all that good stuff. So thank you guys for having me.
Awesome. Thanks for joining us, Jamise. Keep coming back. Okay. Yes. I see something called eHire Solutions. Who's there? Is there anybody who can come off of mute and say hi?
Yeah, my name is Chris Keim. I'm my little logo pops up on my Zoom thing. So I've joined you guys a few times, enjoy learning about new companies and sucking up all the knowledge you guys are sharing. So thanks for letting me join.
Can you hear? Can you hear me? I'm
We
sorry.
can vote, yeah.
Okay, great. Maybe Brandy stepped away. What about Chris Bolts?
Good morning. This is my first visit to the Fort Worth 1 Million Cups,
Awesome.
but I was a regular attendee at Dallas for several years, and actually been talking to those guys. So 2 things. I have my own startup, which is called DRG Payment Solutions, which is focused around helping small and medium-sized retail and restaurant merchants optimize their payment and POS systems to drive top-line revenue growth and improve profitability. So one of my goals is actually to present in this arena. So just watching how people do. I'm also a connector. So I'm pretty well connected and networked in the DFW area. So I look to help people connect either to investment needs or particularly to how we can help them grow their business through building their client base.
Okay, that sounds great, Chris. Chris, thank you for coming on and saying Chris is the plug. That's what he's saying. He's saying I connect people. So we love to have connectors. So what's going on at Dallas? Are they not virtual right now, or what's going on?
Now we need to get relaunched. So we've been talking about it. I think we're going to do it kind of as part of Dallas Startup Week. Get some visibility to it, and then launch on the back of DSW. Although I think that's been pushed back again now, so maybe we'll have to launch quicker. But that's really the plan there. And if anyone ever needs help, I'm also a mentor at the Dallas Entrepreneurial Center, and help people with things like building out your business plans, doing pitch reviews, etc. So always happy to help people on that.
Awesome. We know some people from the deck. Go ahead and put your information, Chris, in the chat box so that someone can connect with you. Sure. And Brandy, you said you're back. Let's hear from you.
Hi, my name is Brandy Garcia. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay, perfect. Alrighty. Well, currently I'm an independent claims adjuster. I'm a full-time student, mother of 2, and wife. I recently became a notary public, and my goal is to start up a mobile notary and signing agent business. I'm still in the early stages, so I'm here to learn basically the process and about starting up your own business. I really enjoyed hearing about Table.Today. today. I'm definitely going to be checking that out because I really don't like cooking.
Awesome. And Chris just dropped his information. Just to let you guys know, next week we're going to hear from Michelle Krim. She's going to talk about starting nonprofits. So if you're interested in that or know someone who wants help in that area, let them know. And the way you stay updated is by following us on social media, on Facebook, and get those notifications. And you can also go and like our website, 1millioncups.com/FW, and click follow, and then you'll start getting our updates. So with that said, I want to thank everybody for joining today. I think this was a good session. I hope, Catherine, that we were able to help you a little bit. And we just wish you so much success in the future.
Yes, thank you. I truly do think this was one of my favorite 1 Million Cups, with the number of attendees, the number of questions, the level of interest and support from both you and Angela. So thank you both.
Great. And guys, this was live recorded, so it's right there on my YouTube at LeBeau Productions. And I'm going to share that to the 1 Million Cups Facebook page so that you guys can come back and re-listen if you missed something. So awesome. Thank you, everyone. And if you want to just look in the chat box really fast, just in case you want to, because Chris is giving more information, and then there's some, there you go. That way you can make sure that you connect with everyone. But otherwise, I will see you guys next week. Have a great week, guys. Bye, Bill.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye, Ricky.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Catherine.